So Grant Thompson, the king of random, has got himself killed, and everybody is going through the normal, unrealistic remembrances in mourning. And they're not seeing the main moral of the story, which is don't be a risky fool like Grant Thompson. Because, like, people like to call me risky a lot, but I really don't take that many risks. And whenever somebody has a good suggestion, I take it and I integrate it into my daily life cycle. Most of the suggestions are from people that don't understand what they're talking about, and so they give really bad advice. But also, sometimes I'll change my safety approach to things by like for instance, when my ladder slipped and I bruised my knee from falling, I realized, you know what? Fred Dibna was right. You should tie your ladder up. And so now I've been adding little eye hooks and just having a couple pieces of rope wrapped around the side of every single ladder. So when I put it up, I go up and I unwrap that rope, tie it up really tight. Makes it safer. But either Grant Thompson was a fool and just didn't understand how to recognize that, oh, I don't know, storing high explosives in your garage isn't safe, or hang gliding, skydiving. Okay, so here's the other thing. People have been talking about how it's such a shame for his family. And I made a tweet about it like, I can't be upset that he's dead. Like, good riddance. Because he obviously didn't care enough to actually be safe about it. And then someone was like, I was just doing it kind of to troll people. And then someone was like, what if his family saw that? And it's like, well, he obviously didn't care about his family enough to, I don't know, not have a bunch of high explosives in his garage and blow things up in his backyard in a neighborhood and do it so much to the point that he has like the government come after him and gets 2 felonies for it or whatever it was. That was like last year though. And this year, of course, like the one that really did it in for him, skydiving, hang gliding, or the paragliding. I'm not sure which one that actually got him. But either way, he took unnecessary risks and he ended up with a Grant Thompson shaped splat mark on the side of a Utah mountain. I mean, if he really did care about his family, and he was a smart guy, he probably had, I think he would have had the mental wherewithal to understand that's dangerous, and that has a noticeable chance to leave my family without me. Whenever you have a family, you shouldn't be doing dumb shit like that anymore. If you are young and you have a family, well, you're kind of on your own. And if you do something dumb and kill yourself, well, that's sad, but it's not like you have a wife and kid, or kids. I'm not sure if he has kids or a kid. Depending on you, I don't understand why everybody, well, I guess I do understand. People are just very unrealistic. As soon as anybody dies, they're like, they were the nicest person ever. And when really, they're an asshole. And they got themselves killed. And I'm not saying that about Grant Thompson. I don't know if he was he was probably a nice guy, but his content, though, it was just so boring and vapid. Well, it's a life hack channel. It's just a shame that, well, for instance, he could have gone about it so much better. With the explosives, he had a good amount of income. He could have probably, I don't know, bought a small section of land in the desert and gotten a shipping container to store everything. Maybe put a fence up to keep people out. I don't know. But not storing your explosives in the same house that your family lives in. That sounds dumb. And I mean, it's a lot like how Elon Musk, I believe Elon Musk, when he kind of went through his midlife crisis after selling his companies or getting ousted from PayPal or whatever, he bought a jet. I think it was a MiG trainer jet. And he was zooming it around. He would do it pretty frequently. He would fly around supersonic or whatever. And then he realized, like, wait a minute, this is stupid. I have a family. I have companies to do. And if I remember right, he was like, I can't do this anymore. This is too much of a risk. I need to stop this. And so he sold his jet and he focused on family and work. And Grant Thompson is a good learning experience of why, when you have a lot of people and have a lot of responsibilities, you can't be selfish like Grant Thompson. But that is just my very, very small understanding of it. I don't know. Maybe he was paragliding because if he didn't do that, he was going to be killed. Maybe he wasn't just doing it for fun. I don't know. I mean, because like you would think, like with him, he probably wouldn't have to actually do much. Like he could probably like do his channel from home and like be there for his family. It's not like he had like my ancestors like go down into the mine, because if he didn't, then his family would starve. And he was operating a coal mucker and had his face ripped off. I mean, it's not the same thing. Really not. And we really need to be critical about that and learn from the experience. It's a shame it happened, but he also signed up for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, thankfully, since he's stopped making videos, because evidently he has some other hosts or whatever, I haven't been recommended his content in a long time, and it looks like his channel's kind of tanking, so that's kind of good, because I always hated his content so much. It's just, I wish he would have actually used his fame and capabilities to work towards something. I'm a pretty small channel, and I think I'm trying to work towards something, and most videos are compounding on, and especially at the workshop, and I'm getting the rocket engine out of storage, and I'm hoping that with my newfound abilities and capabilities, I should be able to make a couple injectors, and maybe we can continue on with that. But it's not just videos like, today we're making a gummy hammer and gonna smash things, or I'm gonna make a foam table out of spray foam. What does that do? I don't know. Now, I'm not saying my videos are any better. They're definitely shit, but I at least am trying to improve. It didn't seem like his channel was trying to improve. It seemed like his videos were just like a constant grind of mediocrity just to get money from little kids watching it. But that's just my opinion, and I would love to hear what you guys think, because I imagine there's a lot of very salty people out there that don't understand. You have to take responsibility for, or you have to be responsible whenever you have very high responsibility, such as a family, and you shouldn't just take dumb risks anymore. If you're an old person and like your kids are grown up, that's one thing. But when your kids are still like living with you, that's different. Man. I hope you guys got something from this video. Maybe fight me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.